Good morning, class 5. How are you guys doing? So, today is the 13th of July. Sorry, 13th of August. I'm so bad. August. 13th of August, and only day to go for our independence. 73 years completed, and we are in the 74th year, I guess. If I'm not mistaken, my calculation, I don't know, I may be wrong, but I guess it's 73 years we have completed, and we have gone into the 74th year of independence. So just calculate how independent you are, and what freedom do you have, and are you proud of it? Are you proud of your country? Do you respect your country, and you enjoy being in this country, and you are a citizen of this country? So you don't know, you maybe when you grow up, you become a star and you do something great in life. Other countries might want you to be there in their country and work for them, but it's all about your destiny and the way you work hard. If you work hard, you will get back what is good. So that's how it is. So anyways, we have done our temperate zone. So I am coming to one of my favorite zones, that's the frigid zone. I like the frigid zone very much because uh, I have been to Scandinavia in 1984, and to the Norway side of the Scandinavia countries. In Norway, I have been to Sweden, I have been to Oslo, all in Norway, and my last plan was to go to uh, that was I'm forgetting the name, Slavad or Slabard, Salzburg or Slabard or something like that. There's another place just where there is always ice. The government does not allow you to stay if you don't have warm clothes. The chairman or the mayor does not allow you to stay in that Svalbard, SVLA, yes, SVLARD, SA SVLABARD, Svalbard. So that's a place where Indians can go without a visa, but you can stay there as long as you want, but you have to cross Sweden to go into Svalbard to take a flight. There's no direct flight from India. So it's full of ice, and always ice. So that's the place where it's one of the Scandinavian parts of, you can call it as, it's the Senjen territory of Norway, the Scandinavian part. So we are going to do the frigid zone today. So frigid zone is, I just want to tell you, is that we must know what are the locations. Now frigid zone, where is it located? Okay, we have to know that clearly. We know the North Pole, that's at 90 degree, and we know the South Pole, that's at 90 degree. Okay, now the 5 main latitudes or the latitude regions of the Earth's surface comprise the geographical zones, right? 5 latitudes complete the full geographical zones of the Earth's surface, and they are divided into major circles of latitude. The difference between them have this climatic change related to climate. The North Frigid Zone, it's between North Pole 90 and the Arctic Circle 66.33 degree north, covers 4.12% of the Earth. From North Pole till 66.5, till that Arctic Circle. Not temperate zone, from 66 degree point 33 north and the Tropic of Cancer 23.7. That covers 25.99% of the Earth's surface. And what is the torrid zone? The most hot zone is from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, that between that gap, the middle part. That covers 39% of the Earth's surface, the torrid zone. Then we come to the south temperate zone, the one which we did, the north and south. That's between Tropic of Capricorn. You go above that till the Arctic Circle 66.33 south. That covers the 29.99. So 29.99 in the northern temperate zone and 29.99% of the Earth's surface in the southern zone, temperate zone. And 39.78 controls the torrid zone. Same as the north frigid zone, the cold zone of the north, same is in the south frigid zone. The Arctic Circle is 63.6.5. From there to the south pole at 90 degree, that is also 4.12. Because of this latitudinal extent, because of these latitudes, it's divided into three broad heat zones. What are those three broad heat zones? One is the torrid zone, the hottest. Then comes the temperate zone, the medium one, and then comes the frigid zone, that is the coldest. Correct? The frigid zone has a minus 50 degree temperature, and the torrid zone goes up to 30 plus degree temperatures. It can go up to 50 also. Okay, so but we are going to do the frigid zone today. Frigid zones, what do we have in the frigid zones? The two frigid zones, or the two polar regions, we can say, the North Pole and the South Pole, experience the midnight sun and the polar night for part of the year. Midnight sun is in Norway. I have been to that place, I told you. Midnight sun is what happened because the earth is slanting. It's tilted on its axis. It's a natural thing which happens in the midnight sun. In the summer months, in places of the north of Arctic Circle or south of the Antarctic Circle, sometimes it happens. When the sun remains visible at the local midnight also, local time midnight. When the midnight sun is in the Arctic, on the top part, the sun travels to the right, but the Antarctica is left unlike polar night. It's always night. Because the sun has to come back again, the earth has to go around again. Correct? So during the night also there is sunlight, but people have to sleep. That's the normal routine of people. Now at the edge of this zone, there is one day at the winter solstice when the sun is invisible. And one day at the summer solstice when the sun remains above the horizon for 24 hours. Midnight sun. In the center of the zone, the pole, the day is 1 year long with 6 months of daylight, 6 months of night. Got it? The frigid zones are the coldest regions of the earth, and it's generally covered with ice and snow. Because it is farther away from the equator. It is slanting, right? So the rays come very late to it. And whenever it reaches it, that power of that sun is not there. And it's farthest away from the equator. Summer season in this region lasts for about 2 to 3 months. And there is almost 24-hour sunlight during summer. Again, it is slanting. It does not provide any good heat. Okay, so now we got that. That is clear of the cold zone. What is going to happen in the cold zone, we know that. Now we have to come to the plant life, climate, isn't it? We have to see that. What is the climate like? What are the countries in this frigid zone? Let's see about that. What kind of countries are there? Alaska, Sweden, Finland, Greenland, Northern Russia are the 5 countries lying in the north zone. I have been to Sweden. I had got a job in Alaska, but I never went because of the ice. Finland, Greenland, Northern Russia are the 5 countries lying in the north frigid zone. Okay, we'll go to the south. Another name for the frigid zone, we can say, because it's frigid, it's freezing, Arctic, frosty, icy. Okay, it's like that. That's why it's called the frigid zones. Now, what plants grow in the frigid zone? Mosses, lichens, grasses, flower bearing plants, and bearing berry shrubs, small plants. Let's go to the climate. Okay, now what type of climate does the frigid zone have? Automatically is going to be the coldest climate, isn't it? They are next to the poles, so they have to have the polar climate. The northern and the southern frigid zones are far away from the equator. That we'll read in the book. Okay. It's called the polar region or the polar zone. Okay. So we'll go to that. Just a second. I'll just find my notes which are there for you. Okay, the polar animals which are there are the polar bear, the bears, the marine mammals, the whales, the walrus, marine mammals which give birth to their babies. They don't lay eggs. They are called mammals. You know that very well, right? So, now frigid zone will go to the climates, right? We'll do that. What I'll do is I'll come back in the next video and I'll explain it to you.